afternoon, everyone. Let us start this session. So in this session, we will discuss about the space forces. So in the first module, we already seen how we can represent a force, but that force was in 2 dimension. So for 2 dimension, we can represent the force like this. Suppose we have the F, which is equal to 20 Newton, and this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So this angle to be specified. So suppose the theta is equal to 30 degree. Okay. So we can represent the force F is equal to 20 Newton. It is acting at theta is equal to 30 degree. So this is simple representation of the force when it is in the 2 dimension. Okay. But suppose the force lies in the 3 dimension, then we will need the vector representation to represent the force. Okay. So space force means it is the 3-dimensional representation of the force. Okay. So how we can represent a force in a 3 dimension? So for that we will need the rectangular coordinate system. So this is x-axis, y-axis, and the z-axis. Okay. And this is the origin. So this will have the coordinate 0, 0, 0. So suppose force is acting at the origin having the coordinate 0, 0, and it is passing through a point in the space. Suppose this point is represented as x, y, and z. Okay. So this point is a point P. So force is acting at point O and it is passing through this point. Okay. So this point P, X, Y, Z, it will represent the direction of that force. Okay. So for the direction, we will need a vector to specify that direction. Okay. And the magnitude of this force, suppose the force is F is equal to 50 Newton. Okay. So we need to write one equation that will have this 50 Newton, that is the magnitude, as well as the direction of that force. Okay. So in the 3 dimension, force is represented as a vector F bar, which is equal to its magnitude mod F into unit vector acting along the direction of that force. Okay. So here we will select the unit vector as vector OP. Okay. So it is represented as the E cap. So this is the representation of the force in the 3 dimension. Okay. So how to write this vector E cap, which is the unit vector in the direction of the force? So mod F, this is the magnitude of the force, and this E cap is the unit vector in the direction of the force. Okay. So this E cap we can find out. So x, y, z, these are the coordinates of the point P through which the force is passing, and the force is starting at the point O000, that is the origin. Okay. So to find out this unit vector in the direction of that force, this is x minus origin, that is 0, into unit vector in the direction of x, that is the I, plus y minus 0 into unit vector j, plus z minus 0 into unit vector k. Okay. Where this I, j, k, these are the unit vectors along x, y, and z direction respectively. So the general formula for this unit vector along the direction of force. So this is E cap. This is given by x2 minus x1 into unit vector I plus y2 minus y1 into unit vector j plus z2 minus z1 into unit vector k. So this is general formula. So what is x2 and x1? So these coordinates, these are represented as x2, y2 and z2, and the starting point for the force, this is x1, y1, z1. Okay. So for this case, when we are writing the E cap OP, x2 minus x1 will be x minus 0, y2 minus y1 will be y minus 0, and z2 minus z1, it is z minus 0. Okay. And finally, you can put the value in this equation. So this is mod f. So let us take, we have the mod f as a 50 Newton. So sorry, we have to divide this by the magnitude of this unit vector. So we will get the E cap. So this will be x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. So this complete value is nothing but the unit vector in the direction of OP. Okay. So if you put the value in this equation, so we will get 50 into the unit vector. So this is x2 minus x1 into unit vector I plus y2 minus y1 into unit vector j plus z2 minus z1 into unit vector k, and divided by the mod of this complete vector. So this is x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square, and the square root. So the square root value is nothing but the modulus of this vector. Okay. So this equation, it will give the total vector F bar. So this is called as a vector representation. So we will understand this with the help of one example. So we have the force of 50 Newton is acting at the origin, and it is passing through a point in the space which is A 213. So question is represent the given force in the vector form. Okay. So for that, we can draw the three-dimensional space. So this is x, y, and z axis. The force is acting at the origin. So this is the first point. So having the coordinates 0, 0, 0. So we can take this coordinate as x1, y1, and z1. The second point through which the force is passing. So this point is given as A. Its coordinate is 2, 1, and 3. So we can take this as x2, y2, and z2. Okay. So this is the force vector. And for this force, F is equal to 50 Newton. So this magnitude is given. Okay. So we need to represent that force in the vector form. So we have the formula for the vector form. F bar is equal to, it is a mod F into unit vector in the direction of that force. So unit vector will be vector OA. Okay. So first step is find out this vector OA. So this E cap OA, this is equal to, so it is x2 minus x1 into I plus y2 minus y1 into j plus z2 minus z1 into k and divided by the modulus of that vector. So this will be x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. Okay. So the numerator, basically it is a position vector. And if you divide the position vector by its modulus, it will become the unit vector. Okay. So this unit vector, it will specify the direction of that force. So the x1, y1, z1, these values are 0, 0, 0. And x2, y2, z2, this is 2, 1, and 3. Okay. So you can put the values in this equation. So this is 2 minus 0 plus 1 minus 0 and 3 minus 0 divided by the modulus. So it is 2 square plus 1 square plus 3 square. Okay. So the equation will be 2I plus j plus 3k and divided by this is square root 14. Okay. So this is the vector, unit vector OA. Now refer this equation, that is the F bar. So F bar is equal to mod F into unit vector along the direction of the force. So mod F is given, so that is equal to 50 Newton into 2I plus j plus 3k divided by, it is square root 14. Okay. So you can simplify this equation. So this 13.36 into bracket 2I plus j plus 3k. So this is your final answer. So this is the three-dimensional representation of the given force F is equal to 50 Newton passing through the point A. Suppose the force is parallel to the axis, that is x-axis, y-axis or z-axis. Then how to represent the force in the 3 dimension? So suppose force is parallel to y-axis. So this is the point, and the force is acting in the negative y direction. So suppose this is y-axis, and it is parallel to y-axis. Force parallel is 50 Newton. Okay. So as the force is parallel to y-axis, when we write the force in a 3 dimension, so this is F bar, this is equal to, write the magnitude as it is 50 Newton. Okay. And just multiply by the unit vector along the y direction, because the force is parallel to the y-axis. So along the y direction, we have the unit vector j. So multiply 50 Newton by the unit vector j. Okay. And specify the direction. So direction is on the negative y direction. So take the sign as a minus 50. Suppose we have the force parallel to y-axis and acting in the positive y direction. Let us take this 20 Newton. Okay. Then we will write F bar is equal to 20j, and this is plus 20j. Okay. If the force is parallel to x-axis and it is acting along positive x-axis, then we will write F bar is equal to 30. Now consider the unit vector along the x direction. So along the x direction, we have the unit vector I. Okay. So this will be 30i, and this is positive. And along the z direction, the unit vector along the z direction, this is the k unit vector. So F bar is equal to 40k. So this is the representation for the force if the force is parallel to either x-axis, y-axis or the z-axis. So now we will discuss the formula for the resultant for a concurrent force system and for parallel force system. So suppose we have one force system which consists different forces F1, then F2. So this is F1 bar, this is F2 bar, then this is F3 bar, F4 bar, and so on. Okay. So all these forces, they are acting in a 3 dimension. So the resultant of this concurrent force system, so this is a concurrent force system because the line of action of all the forces, they are passing from a single point. So let us take this point as a point A. Okay. So resultant R bar, it is given by the vector addition. So it is F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar plus F4 bar. Okay. So this vector addition will give directly the value of the R bar. Okay. So R bar, suppose we have the F1 bar, which is equal to so it is Fx1 into I plus Fy1 into j and fz1 into k. Okay, so this is vector representation of the first force F1 bar. Similarly, we have the F2 bar. And the F4 bar. Okay, so resultant R bar, it is having the x coordinate Rxi plus Ryj plus Rzk. Okay, so this component Rx, Ry and Rz, for that resultant we can find out by the vector addition of all the four forces. So we will say this with the help of one example. So the three forces F1, F2, F3, they act at the origin. The F1, it is equal to 70 Newton and it is acting along OA, where the A is 213. Second force F2, it is equal to 80 Newton and it is acting along the direction OB, where the coordinates of B -1, 2 and 0, and the third force F3, it is equal to 100 Newton and it is acting along the direction OC, where C is 4, -1 and 5. Find the resultant of this concurrent force system. So this concurrent force system, it consists of three forces F1, F2, F3. All the forces acting at the origin. So starting point is origin. And they are directed in the different directions. So directions are specified by the vector OA, OB and the OC. So this is the starting point for all the forces. So consider the first force F1, its magnitude is 70 Newton and it is passing through the point A213. Then F2 is 50 Newton, sorry, 80 Newton and passing through the point B -1, 2 and 0. And F3, this is equal to 100 Newton. And it is acting 4, -1 and 5. Okay. So let us take this point as a, which is a 213. So we will get the first vector So this is the OA. Then second is B, -1, 2 and 0. So this is the point B, which is -1, 2 and 0. So this is the second force vector. So this is F2 bar, this is F1 bar, and third is 4, -1 and 5. So this is C, 4, -1 and 5. So this is F3 bar. Okay. So these three forces, they are passing through the common point, that is the origin. Okay. So the resultant R bar we can find out by the vector addition, which is F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar. So diagram is just for your understanding. It is not necessary. So F1 bar, this is equal to mod F1 into unit vector in the direction of F1. Okay, so F1, this unit vector will be OA. Then F2 bar, this is equal to mod F2 into unit vector OB, and F3 bar is equal to mod F3 into unit vector OC. Okay, so first get these values: unit vector OA, unit vector OB, and unit vector OC. So the unit vector OA, so this will be x2 minus x1 into I plus y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1 into k, and divided by the mod of this position vector. So it is x2 minus x1 square, y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. So for this OA, origin is 0, 0, 0, and second point A, this is 2, 1, 3. So this is x2, y2, z2, and this is x1, y1, and z1. So this is 2 minus 0. So this is 2i plus 3j, sorry, j plus and divided by It is 2 square plus 1 square plus 9, or this is 3 square. So this is equal to so similarly find out the remaining two vectors. So unit vector OB bar so this unit vector OB bar, so origin is same, it is 0 0 0, and point B, this is -1 2 and 0. So x2 minus x1 will be -1 minus 0 plus 2 minus 0 and 0 minus 0, and divided by the square root. So this is -1 square plus 2 square plus 0. So vector will be -I plus 2j plus 0 and divided by, this is square root 5. Okay, and third vector is OC bar is equal to, so C is 4 minus 1 5